I'm Kris Hagan. For those who don't know, I've been a language coach for many years. In my career, I've taught a wide variety of people, from famous singers and radio presenters to doctors, uni students, and yes, even desperate housewives trying to find an English lover. I've finally decided to share my thoughts, tips, and tricks with the world. Also, check out my YouTube channel if you want to see my ugly mush. So let's kick off this podcast with a great jingle.
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock. Shining all his English tips, Kris
is an anagram of risk.
Kris.
I want to start off this podcast by sending our condolences to the royal family after the death of Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, our Queen's husband, and in her own words, her strength and stay. He's known for his humour and even a few gaffes, but overall a father to our future king and husband to the most famous and highly respected lady on the planet. Now, I'm sure you wouldn't want us to fuss over him, and so let's get on with the 11th episode. Who's first?
Jonathan, talk to us about food round the world. Jonathan, Canadian, the best export after Justin Bieber.
Jonathan's back, and again he's here to talk about something food related, I think.
Indeed.
Okay, that's why you're here. And so, okay, what are you going to talk about today? Because I've got no idea.
I have 3 letters for you.
PTO.
How do you pronounce P-H-O?
Faux.
Faux. Is it faux?
No idea.
Or is it faux?
Oh, I have no idea.
That's a very good question.
You tell me.
Do you know what faux or faux is?
Nope.
So I've also heard it pronounced pho and faux and pho.
Okay. So nobody knows how to pronounce it, basically.
Apparently. So pho, as we lovingly call it in English-speaking Canada, is a Vietnamese noodle soup dish.
Ah,
So it's
okay.
very
I've seen it written
similar to
places.
ramen, yes. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Pho or pho. I once met a man named Ta who taught me how to pronounce pho.
And so it's called pho.
Pho.
Ah,
Honestly,
you don't
'cause
remember?
I'm not Vietnamese. I don't know. I'm messing up all the phonemes. I'm thinking of.
But you just
all
said he
of-
told you, no?
That was 5 years ago. He told me once.
You've slept since then.
Pho.
So this thing we're talking about that nobody knows how to pronounce, what is it? Go on. It's like
is-
ramen, you said.
It's like ramen, but there are several distinct differences. So,
Apart from the fact no one can pronounce it.
from the fact that there are noodles and there is broth. However, pho is rice noodles
Rice noodles.
and a herbal broth. So it's a lot fresher and lighter than its Japanese counterpart. I've had it served with fish and meat, as you would do in these hearty dishes. Whereas in the Japanese side, ramen has beef broth and wheat noodles. So we have a much richer experience. And I've seen many, many YouTube videos of these guys trying to prepare and perfect the ultimate ramen broth. And it is something truly special. Now, I'm not a big fan of the light, fresh, herbal notes of the Vietnamese version, pho. But for me, the rich, hearty, savory ramen, especially with is it chow su, I want to say? The pork. Oh, you're vegetarian.
Don't eat meat.
You're vegetarian.
The dead animal.
Yes, the dead animal on top. Absolutely wonderful. My favorite thing, and also my favorite thing about Japanese food culture as well, and I was taught this personally by a Japanese colleague and friend, is you must, and it's a must, you would be rude not to slurp and make as much noise as possible.
Yeah.
So here we are in polite Milan, and all the Italians are quietly enjoying their soup, and the two of us were in the middle of the restaurant just making a
Slurping
scene.
away.
It was absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I needed a bib. I did not wear one, but it was worth it. I could taste my shirt for days.
A flavor saver.
Yes, exactly.
Basically.
So pho, have you ever tried it?
No.
No. But ramen?
Ramen, yeah.
Ramen's
Vegetarian
quite
one,
popular
yeah.
here, yeah.
Yeah, there's only a few places that have vegetarian ramen because they like to stick meat in everything here.
It's true.
Yeah. But this Vietnamese thing, you tried it where? Here in Milan?
No, in Toronto.
In Toronto.
There's
everything's
a
in
vibrant
Toronto.
Vietnamese community, as there is every other type of community.
And so you don't advise it?
It's not for me. It's too light. It tastes like spring grass.
So you like eating
But
food for
it's
a cow?
soup. I mean, I suppose People love it. People love it. It's warm, it's hearty in a sense, but it's not for me.
And you can't pronounce it.
And I can't pronounce it.
So you can't order it.
Exactly.
So it's a way not to eat it, really, if you can't pronounce it.
In fact.
Yeah. Anything else from Vietnam you've tried?
Mostly just really big, disgusting prawns that I'm not really into.
Okay, same as everywhere else then.
Yeah,
so nothing special. So Vietnamese food you're also not a big fan of?
Yes, no.
What do you eat?
Mostly poutine. And Hawaiian pizza. We've been over this, Kris. Gosh.
With every podcast I realize you just don't like any food. Apart from Hawaiian pizza and poutine.
Is that a problem?
No, it's fine. I mean, I eat less probably.
Yeah, there you go, Mr. Roast Beef in a packet.
All right, so I won't take you to a Vietnamese tonight.
No.
And now we're hungry. Thank you.
Now I want to talk about the difference between lay, L-A-Y, and lie, L-I-E. These two words confuse people left, right and centre. Even some natives don't know how to use them correctly, so don't panic. To lay, L-A-Y, means to place something down in a resting position. So, for example, I lay the tray down on the sofa, for those of you who eat in front of the TV like I do. My cats lay their toy mice in their beds. So you lay something. But when you rest on the sofa, or on your bed, or on the floor, on a futon, or wherever you want to rest horizontally, you lie down, L-I-E. You don't lay down. You lay an object down, but you lie down. Okay. Now, lie is also when you don't tell the truth, you naughty people out there. Whether it's a white lie or an outright stinker of a lie, they are the same when it comes to grammar. The past tense of to lie, to tell an untruth, is lied, L-I-E-D. But let's have a look at the past tense of lay and lie when it means putting something or yourself into a resting position. So, the present tense, I lay the tray down on the sofa, was the example I used before. The past simple is I laid, L-A-I-D, the tray down on the sofa. And the present perfect, I have laid, L-A-I-D, the tray down on the sofa. Now let's use the example I lie down, L-I-E. The past simple is I lay down. How confusing. Lay, L-A-Y. Seriously, that's the past tense of I lie down. Yes, it is. So I lie down, L-I-E. The past simple is I lay down, L-A-Y. And the present perfect is I have lain down. I don't think I've ever used this in my life, to be honest. I think I just said I went to bed or fell asleep on the sofa. So I have lain down is the present perfect. Lain is spelled L-A-I-N, not lane, L-A-N-E, which is the one that's on the road. Okay. Any clearer? So lied, to tell an untruth, is easy. The past tense is L-I-E-D. But lie, when you are lying down on the sofa, the past tense is lay and the past participle is lain. Lay when you're putting something down on somewhere, like I said before, the tray on the sofa. Past tense, L-A-I-D, laid, and the participle is the same, L-A-I-D. So now, after all that confusion, who's next?
Introducing Mimi Melendez, mixing cocktails from Miami to New York. People blame her for getting legless just cause she mixed it. She didn't pour it down your throat.
No, she didn't.
Remember to leave her a tip.
Happy birthday! It's your birthday today, no?
Yay, that's right. I'm 25 all over again.
Oh, 25 in a few months. It's fine.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so what if I wanted to buy a bartender a birthday gift? What would I buy them?
So first, let me just say, feel free to gift your bartender something, even when it's not their birthday.
Okay, fine.
Just to say thank you for so many years of great service and
that you don't remember because you were too drunk.
Yes, but the pictures prove it, right? I'm sure the bartender will remember. But yes, we're going to be talking about the best gifts for your favorite bartender.
So this is basically, you're telling me now what you want for your birthday.
I'm giving you a
Christmas
hint.
and Easter
Hint.
every day. Okay, very subtle hint.
Very subtle.
These are the best gifts for Mimi. Basically.
Yes, in other words. Okay, so the first thing is an easy one, and this can be for your experienced bartender or somebody who's new to the industry or someone who's trying to put together their home bar. a fancy bar kit. So you can find this online anywhere. You can find it even on Amazon, where you buy a kit that has all the essential bar tools. These usually include a stainless steel Boston shaker or other kind of shaker, a strainer, a jigger, a bar spoon, and a really good heavy duty but efficient double jointed wine key. So these are all really good, really nice.
These are the things you said that we needed if we have a home bar.
That's right.
So if you have a home bar, don't buy this. Another option?
Okay. Well, if you're buying it for your professional bartender buddy, you want to get a heavy duty one, right? Or maybe you want to heavy duty.
I heard duty, which means poo. Duty. Okay.
Yeah, heavy duty.
Duty.
Excuse me.
Duty.
Duty that is heavy. The next thing is maybe a personalized bottle blade or bottle opener.
But you're really happy if I buy you a blade.
Yes.
Huh?
Okay, so this is if you don't want to splurge on them, right?
Okay.
Just like
if
a
I'm
nice
tight.
little thank you is to get them something that's personalized. You can get, again, this bottle opener. Now you can get them designed with pictures and text and all that stuff on there. So that's a really nice gift if it's a good bottle blade. The next two are, I've received these myself as a gift and I really enjoyed them. One is a mixology kit and one is a mixology plant kit. So the first one is a mixology kit, which comes with different ingredients, special herbs or tools that are fun for bartenders to try.
No alcohol's inside, just
no
the stuff to put in the
alcohol.
alcohol.
Yes, that's right. So the bartender provides their own alcohol, but it comes with a lot of fun things to try to really bring their bartending game to the next level. The mixology plant kit is something that I received. I loved it. I still am growing mint from a kit I received 2 years ago. Some of them include cardamom or even edible flowers. So these are really nice. They're fun. They're a gift that kind of keeps on giving, because if you take care of the plants, you can use them. If it doesn't die, you can use them again and again, and it's really fun to use at home also. The next thing, I know that in recent times, really good gifts consist of giving an experience versus an object. So this is really good also
bungee
for
jumping type thing.
Well, yes, but less deadly. In this case, I'm going to suggest offering them a tour or giving them some kind of gift certificate of a tour of a local distillery.
Yeah, don't do the tour
beer
yourself. It'll probably be rubbish.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Here's the pub.
And that's it. The end. The tour is finished.
And they sell beer.
The next thing is a fancy booze. So splurge on something that they really like. If you know they like vodka, get them a bottle of something that's really good, really nice, that maybe they don't always have the opportunity to try on their own. This is obviously a nice gift for anyone who really enjoys drinking, like a bartender or someone who likes wine. Get them something nice. They serve the bottom shelf stuff all the time. I'm sure they would love to go home and relax with a really nice
Something
aged whiskey. Yeah. The next thing is something also that can go under the category of like not so expensive, but really useful, is an interesting bar book. So I received one recently that's been really fun to look at, really fun to try some of the recipes in there, that also includes some history and an
like
explanation.
A cookbook for
it
cocktails.
is. It's exactly
okay.
like that. And so you can also find different books on like particular topics about cocktails or the bar business in general. So for example, you can have a book that specializes in fizzes or sours or international beers. So that's something fun that also is educational.
But like a bit of education every now and again, even
right.
without a drink.
That's right, even when you're drunk. So the last gift you can give your favorite bartender,
The gift that keeps on giving.
the gift that keeps on giving and will make them so appreciative of you, is to be a good customer who brings other good customers, who always tip and are courteous.
And doesn't ask you to smile.
And doesn't ask me to, and try to force me to smile. This is one of the best gifts that a customer can give me, is just being a good customer.
As always.
As always.
Always be a good customer.
Don't forget the tip.
Thank you very much, and see you next week.
Mimi Menendez, a mixologist.
Can you hear this rain behind me? It's rained all night. It's fantastic. Now, being in lockdown means many of us have to clean our own homes, God forbid. So let's have a look at some idioms about cleaning, or words connected to cleaning, like sweep, for example. The first one, a clean break. Okay, this is actually nothing to do with cleaning, but it's got clean in it, and it means a complete separation. So a clean break. Squeaky clean, this one I like a lot. If something is squeaky clean, it means it's very, 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 very clean. Clean cut, appearing neat and tidy. So, he looks very clean cut today. He looks perfect. His suit is perfect. His clothes are perfect. His clothes are perfect. His hair is perfect. Very neat and tidy. Clean cut. To sweep someone off their feet. This doesn't mean to knock somebody over. It could do. Okay, literally, but as an idiom, it means to charm someone. Now, many people say I have Irish charm, thanks to my father, who's really charming. Hey, Dad. To sweep someone off their feet means to charm someone. To keep one's hands or to keep one's nose clean. Okay, I detest people who have a dirty nose. Clean your friggin' nose. Okay, to keep one's hands or nose clean means to stay out of trouble. So don't play around with those people over there. Keep your hands clean. Keep your nose clean. Rags to riches. Now, a rag is a piece of material used to clean something. If you say they've gone from rags to riches, you mean that they used to be poor and now they're very, very rich. So a rise from poverty to wealth. Now, if something is spick and span, spick, S-P-I-C-K, and span, S-P-A-N, spick and span means neat and tidy. So my house is spick and span. It's not true. As clean as a whistle. Now, when I say it's not true, I mean my house, not the idiom. The idiom is true. As clean as a whistle. As clean as a whistle means very clean. If somebody can explain to me why, I looked online, I couldn't find out why. I don't know why something as clean as a means very clean. That's the only whistle I can do. There's a video of me trying to whistle, I think, on YouTube. It's wonderful. Now, to sweep something under the carpet, it's not similar to sweep someone off their feet, which is to charm someone. To sweep something under the carpet means to conceal a problem, to avoid dealing with it or getting into trouble. So if you sweep something under the carpet, you hide it and try to forget about it, but eventually it will come out.
She's from Australia,
Koala.
or is it maybe South Africa? She doesn't know either, but one thing's for sure, she makes business English sexy.
Like a kangaroo.
It's Kelly Lawrence.
Kelly's back again. She's here. Are you ready, Kelly, for another magnificent 5 minutes, which I've already wasted 5 seconds of? What are you going to talk about in today's Business English segment?
Yes, okay, so I'm going to talk about spontaneity in business, okay?
Are you spontaneous?
Yes, I would say I'm quite spontaneous.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. If there's something that I'm thinking, I'll go up and say it. Absolutely, I'm spontaneous.
Good.
I would say so. Now, talking about spontaneity, the most important thing here is
the spelling, that nobody can spell spontaneity.
in fact, also that. Look, now, when you want to use spontaneity, which we use a lot in English, you don't use the present tense, okay? Even if it's something that you're doing right in that moment, even if you are doing that thing and you want to explain that you're doing it, for example, I show you, for example, you don't say I show you, we say I'll show you, even if you're physically doing it in that moment, okay? We always use the future form in this way.
As if it's something we're going to do.
Exactly.
But we do it now.
Exactly. And so, for example, we say, I'll attach the file, not I attach the file. I'll show you, not I show you. Okay? Or I'll do it, not I do it. Okay? This is really important. I hear it all the time. A lot of people use this present tense, perhaps because you use it in your language. Instead, remember that in English, it's not like that. Okay? So if you're being spontaneous, make sure you use the future tense. Okay? Also, talking about spontaneity at work, I wanted to say that it's something very cultural. In English cultures and English business settings, it's really important to be spontaneous and to be very productive. We want you to go forward and do things that are out of your job description, for example. You
like
don't
suggestions,
want to
things like this.
Exactly, doing suggestions, going that step further. You don't want to be like that person... What was it? There was a word you told me before.
A job's worth.
Exactly.
The person who doesn't want to do anything because it's more than his job's worth and you might get fired. Yeah, for example, once in England, I asked somebody, something really simple, can you make me a photocopy? Can you do me a photocopy? And he said, no, because I might get fired. This we call a job's worth because it's more than his job is worth. He thinks if he does one extra photocopy, he will lose his job. So don't be a job's worth. Be more spontaneous, no?
Exactly. And again, Being spontaneous also comes down to criticizing a lot of things. And to be honest, in
Criticizing? What's that?
English, criticizing,
We never do
complaining,
that.
we do it all the time. And
You
if
might do, I don't.
Look, if you've ever visited an English-speaking country, for example, if you've gone to London or if you've gone to, Sydney, or you've gone anywhere in the States, you might notice as soon as you get there that everybody's complaining about everything. The customer service section of every area is full of people throwing their hands up in the air and complaining. This is something very normal and it's very productive. So you want to criticize a lot of things. You want to put forward suggestions to the solution as well. So not only just criticizing what's not going right in your workplace, but also suggesting the solution. Okay, it's something that we really, really encourage a lot in a business setting in English.
Because it means that you care about the job. Because
Yeah.
if you give some kind of constructive criticism, or not criticism like you're overweight, something constructive, it means that you actually care about your job and you actually have passion for your job. If you don't care, for us, if you don't criticize it or give some kind of feedback or some kind of, even a compliment, not only criticism, it means you don't really care, you're just there for the money.
Exactly, and it's a good point as well. Also feedback, and also positive feedback. It's really important, and we tend to do it a lot. We tend to write reviews a lot, giving positive or negative feedback, because it shows that we really care. So if you can, try and do it. I noticed it's something, for example, I have to say that I've been living in Italy for a while now, and when I went and visited London, I remember when I got there, I was walking through the airport and I saw so many unhappy faces, people throwing their hands up, people complaining at the service desk, and I thought, it feels like I'm home. Even if I'm from Australia, I noticed this similarity, and actually you get good progress when you complain a lot. Things change, things get better. So if you're not used to doing it, try and go forward and give some criticism. Be spontaneous.
But in a
Say
polite
you'll do
way,
it.
though.
Exactly.
In a polite way.
It's true. Don't
Not
just
throwing
go-
things around the shop, like when your TV doesn't work and you complain. But you talk about spontaneity, so maybe today people should go out and be spontaneous and ask for a pay rise.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you could do it, but make sure you're doing it in a very strategic way as well. Not just going forward with the solutions, but maybe giving the reasons why, giving suggestions how it could happen, why it should happen. These are also the kind of things you should bundle together when you want to make a spontaneous suggestion.
Perfect. So the idea is be spontaneous and use the future simple.
Absolutely.
And complain. Is basically the message of Kelly's podcast today.
That's it.
Now we love business, English show, thanks to
Now, this week in one of my conversation lessons, we had a chat about some strange laws or bans around the world. For example, it is illegal to chew chewing gum in Singapore. Well, not just chew it, I guess, even buying it. Otherwise, if you buy it, what are you supposed to do with it? Lick it? Okay, another was men must wear Speedos on French beaches. Now, okay, these budgie smugglers, as we sometimes call them, in a derogatory way, are said by the French to be more hygienic. There's another little joke there, but I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to offend France. They don't want men wearing shorts or loose trunks because they would be more likely to go around the town in them getting them dirty. So making them wear Speedos on the beach means they won't pop into the nearest Tesco, if they have them in France, which is a British supermarket, wearing nothing but a piece of material to cover their crown jewels. Link there back to Prince Philip. Crown, not the thing that's been hidden by the material. Now another is, it's illegal to ride a drunk. No, it's not. Illegal to ride a drunk cow. No. It's illegal to ride a cow drunk. God, what's wrong with that? I've not been drinking. So it's illegal to ride a cow drunk in Scotland. Now, if I'm not drunk, can I?
Now it's time for Laura, straight to you via Skype. She's at home in Nashville, couldn't find a flight. Laura likes to listen to the radio, but when it comes to music, she prefers it live. Laura, give for 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 Laura. Laura, give for Laura, give for Laura, give for Laura, give for.
Hello, Laura Gifford. What a fantastic name.
Hello from Tennessee.
Hello, hello.
How is spring treating you?
It's peeing down. It's chucking it down.
Really?
And for the first time in my life, I have hay fever. I've been wearing shorts for a week, and now it's started
Right.
peeing down, and I can't see. My eyes are itchy. And you?
I had a spring break holiday with my family recently in the Appalachian Mountains of Tennessee.
Impossible to pronounce Appalachian. Must be nice to travel.
It was. I'm still masking and distancing and washing my hands a lot.
Good girl.
But I am getting out now that I'm vaccinated. And it was beautiful up in the mountains.
Nice.
That's near the area where I grew up, so I'm very, very familiar with the culture.
Ah, how nice to go back.
Bluegrass music originated in the Appalachian Mountains in the 1940s. It's an American style that grew out of Scottish, English, and Irish folk music, and it's heavy on banjos and mandolins. You'll even see people playing jugs and washboards, but those aren't really proper instruments. It's a great, colorful style of storytelling about life in the impoverished mountains. Another thing that came from these mountains is moonshine.
That's a drink, in it?
It is. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines moonshine as intoxicating liquor, especially illegally distilled corn liquor. The term moonshine originated in the 15th century in Britain, actually, when illegal brandy was being smuggled from France across the English Channel.
Naughty people.
The word now references corn whiskey made in stills in the American Appalachian Mountains, where I grew up. Moonshine, white lightning, or hooch all describe the clear appearance of the alcohol as well as the practice of illegal spirits being made under the light of the moon. Making and selling moonshine was illegal, so moonshiners worked at night so no one would see them.
Oh, why did they hide, though? Why?
Well, moonshine was illegal because the government had a higher tax on liquor, and the bootleggers didn't want to pay that. Also, moonshine had a reputation for being dangerous,
Really?
which the teetotalers of the day promoted.
Obviously.
If it was distilled in old car radiators or through copper tubing with improper soldering, the excess lead content could cause seizures, blindness, and even death.
That sounds horrible. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it sounds horrible.
I know. But most bootleggers wanted to keep their business profitable, so they produced a good quality alcohol. But amateurs could come up with some really dangerous hooch.
I bet. Could imagine.
This culture of undercover sales and distribution was actually the origin of NASCAR racing in the U.S.
Okay.
Bootleggers had to get their goods from place to place without getting caught. They drove special cars that they'd souped up the engines of so they could go very, very fast. And many of them even had hidden compartments to smuggle the alcohol.
Like James Bond.
There was an incredibly popular TV show in the 80s called The Dukes of Hazzard about a bootlegging family.
I saw it a few times. There's also a film, I think.
So there's lots of songs about this colorful culture. Tons of bluegrass songs because they all kind of were happening at the same time in the U.S. Several of the more popular songs now are The Battle of Thunder Road, which tells the tragic story of a young man who ran shine for his father, and it didn't end well. The theme from the Dukes of Hazzard is still a super popular song, extolling the Robin Hood-like virtues of the Duke boys who always dodged the sheriff. Dolly Parton wrote a song that's super popular, too, about the effects of alcoholism on the family in her song Daddy's Moonshine still.
That's about that.
In 2010, moonshine actually became popular as a legally and commercially produced beverage. And now it comes in all kinds of flavors, from strawberry to apple pie, even pickle flavored. There's a modern country song by Jake Owen called Apple Pie Moonshine that tells the story of a boy from the wrong side of the tracks on a date with a rich girl. Arguably the most popular modern song about moonshine, though, is Steve Earle's Copperhead Road.
I like that song.
That one tells the story of a bootlegging family who switches from producing moonshine to producing marijuana as demands changed. Since we have a professional with us, I wanted to ask Mimi about her thoughts on moonshine. Technically, I'm from a bootlegging family a few generations back, but being a bartender, you surely have some experience with the modern moonshine. What are your thoughts?
Hi, Laura. Well, thanks for the question. Well, so as most people already know, moonshine is a type of like illegal homemade liquor that is super strong. I mean, it's basically gasoline, which, by the way, moonshine is in fact highly flammable at about 100 proof. Anyway, it's also known for being produced deep in the southern United States, and it's usually conjures images of like bearded men in overalls secretly making booze in bathtubs by the light of the moon and the sound of the banjo.
Moonshine.
Yeah. And yes, now there are legal versions that have been introduced into the market, but of course, like so many other things that become mainstream, it's not exactly the same. Although that may be a good thing considering moonshine is so strong and raw that some people find it completely undrinkable. All in all, I really do think it's worth a try though, even if it burns your liver, you know?
Nice.
But anyway, there are also countless new cocktail recipes that call for moonshine, so you can have it and actually enjoy it.
Bearded men in overalls. Yep, those are my people. As you can see, the moonshining and bootlegging tradition has had a huge influence on music in the southern U.S., and that influence has grown with the popularity of the drink. My own father had a still in the woods when he was about 15.
Really? So young? My God, that's young.
He didn't make many batches. I think it was just a cultural rite of passage.
Have you ever made moonshine? Do you even like it?
I've never made moonshine. And as Mimi said, it's an acquired taste.
I've never tried it.
I've had some homemade moonshine at parties, if it was made by people I know. I've had the original gasoline-like version that Mimi referred to, but then also cherry and apple pie and grape flavors. It's not really my thing, as it's pretty harsh. I think I need some of Mimi's drink recipes to try.
When you get over age, you can make them for us both. But I want to know, do you like bluegrass music?
I grew up around bluegrass music, and I hated it.
Oh, great.
I wanted to hear pop and rock music.
But you got bluegrass.
Because bluegrass and country music came from the poorer parts of the country, I associated it with poverty and lack of education when I was young.
Okay.
And I grew up in the poorest county in Tennessee, and I could not wait to get out. Now, I really enjoy bluegrass. I can totally appreciate the colorful culture in which I grew up at this point, and I can see the good and the not so good in it. But the music is great. I guess we all grow up and our tastes change.
Yeah, that's true. They definitely do. Now, thank you very much.
Have a fantastic week, my friend.
I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Now, I just want to say, before I play her jingle out, as it's called on my computer, with the beautiful background noise of this rain, which you can probably hear, Laura has created on Spotify a moonshine playlist. So go and look for the moonshine playlist on Spotify.
Now we know something more about music. Thank you, Laura.
Okay, I'm off to make a moonshine cocktail, as I just found it on Amazon. Do you think they can deliver in an hour? See you next week.
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock, sharing all his English tips. Kris
Is an anagram of risk.
Kris.